Good morning. All right, so I'm trying this. I'm gonna doing this live today. Um, okay, so today is August 22nd, 2024, and we just had the um, jobless claim report, which came out a little better than expected. So we still are one time framing higher on the daily, like no pullbacks at all. This is a melt up. We've been going higher and higher and higher. We are building some value up here. It's kind of slowing down a little bit, and we're accepting prices here, but this doesn't seem to want to stop yet. Hold on one second. We have these two highs right here on ES, and we have the gap, unfilled gap at 56.90. So I'm expecting an attempt to run up there. We have an untested point of control here at 5700, and then all times high. So if you look at the expected move for today, is 23 points. So from here, 23 points, that puts us around right below the gap fill. So I don't know if we're gonna get all-time highs today, but we've seen crazy stuff. I think that's gonna happen when we hear Powell speaking on Jackson Hole, and that usually historically those days are very volatile and crazy. So wouldn't surprise me that we hit all-time highs tomorrow. But for today, what I'm gonna be looking at is, do we hold yesterday's high and keep moving higher, or do we come back inside value from yesterday and then trigger that value area rule that I always talk about, which is, to me, it's one of the it's a very good trade to keep in your arsenal, because it works. It's a high probability trade. So if we look at this range, if we fell breaking above this range, then what should happen is that we look at the other side of the range. So here we're opening above yesterday's range, so coming back into value triggers a move to the other side of value, which is at 56.29. And in this case, it will make a good trade, because we have fading volume on the top and we have all this acceptance on the bottom, meaning that there's a high probability that we get into this area. The 20-day point of control shifted up here at 56.21, but if you see, we have pockets of high volume right here at 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 20-day point of control could shift to any of those levels if we pull back. But as long as we hold yesterday's high, then obviously the move is higher. So I will go with in the direction of that move, and look for an attempt to fill the gap. If we fill the gap today, it's going to be a very grindy higher move, and eventually we're going to see some faster push and accelerating move into that gap fill. But again, failure to do that, it'll bring us here. Maybe we'll take this high and then come back into value. So keep that in mind too. That's a possibility. That's a trade I'm going to be looking for after maybe 10 a.m. or so. Looking to see if we can grab this liquidity above this high and then move lower. So basically that's what I'm looking for today. But we do have more news coming up. We have a PMI at 945. We have existing home sales at 10. We have Kansas City Fed manufacturing at 11. We have auction at 11:30 at 1 p.m. So it could get tricky at the beginning of the day. It could be very choppy. So be mindful of that. So maybe we have a better setup at the end of at the later end of the session. So save some of the don't go all in at the open, because whenever we have news at 9:45 and at 10 a.m., the market likes to wait for those before making the moves. So just be careful with that. NQ, yesterday I've been talking about this level for a while, this 960 level, and yesterday we hit it, then we pulled back, now we're here again. And you can see that now that we're into this distribution, this is the pink profile is the one from the 90 days, and the gray one is 20 days. So we are holding in the above this 19700, this low volume area on the monthly pivot, and we are inside this previous balance area. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day balance. You can see that if we merge these profiles, we have we're probably gonna test this 20,100 area. That will be a good spot to look for taking profits if you're long, or to start looking for reversal. But right now we're right at the 90-day point of control. So I'm looking for that for today, for 20,100 on NQ. And of course, the all-time highs are way up here, so not yet for NQ. Okay, crude. Yesterday I had said that if we break below this area, to look for that for this point of control. We hit it and we came all the way down, which I wasn't looking for a move all the way down, because we were up here. So that's a huge move. That was like $3 move. For crude, that's a lot. When usually we've been having like one something, but so now we're trading in this bottom previous balance area, and I like this. I like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lows down here. I would like to see this taken and then a move back into a 20-day point of control up here at 72, or right below 72. That would be a trade that I want to take, but I don't know if we're gonna get here. Seems like this area is a strong area for buyers, and for today I'm gonna be looking at the 72.80 as resistance, to look for reversals into the 20-day point of control. But if we get above 72.80, then 73.20 is a target, and then this could be a little choppy, and then here we have some more resistance at the 74.40 to 74.80 area. Gold, again, is still just now is breaking down below the previous high again. So it keeps testing below it, and then it keeps moving higher. So just watch this level, this 25.36 area. But now, because we tested below it 1, 2, 3, 4, if we kept if we keep poking and trying to get below it, watch out with this area between 25.16 and 25.24. And if this doesn't hold, then we're gonna be trading back down inside this distribution, and the first target would be 25.10, then 25.04, and then the 20. I'm sorry, this untested point of control here at 24.93. But if we keep holding above this, then I'm looking for a move into the 26, above 2600s. All right, I think that's about it for today. Good luck and have a good day.